always knew that you were at least a little bit different. Like maybe you didn't fit in, or like every time you went somewhere, you stuck out like a sore thumb. There is a reason for this. So you knew you was different some way, somehow, but you may not been able to pinpoint exactly what that difference is or why you are different in the first place. But today, you're about to gain some really, really good understanding, okay? Now, I had this incredible dream about us, about this group, about this tribe. There are some of us who were sent to Earth for a time such as this. We were sent in disguise, okay? You had a disguise put on you. You look like a human. You talk like a human. You walk like a human. Okay. But actually, you might be something else. There may be something extra special that was like put inside of you before you got to this planet that is meant to be exposed, but only at a certain time. In the meantime, you've been underground, or you've been in hiding. Things have been kind of in the dark. You have been shaded so that people can't see what you actually are, because number one, they might not be able to handle it. And number two, they're not going to know what to do with you. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you this dream, and then I'm gonna come back, and of course, we're gonna run it with the revelations that I got and how it could possibly apply to you and your life. Now remember, I told you this dream was kind of weird, but I've been told to share this dream because some of you all need to know why you're different and what you actually are. So let's get into this dream. So you're going for a walk in your neighborhood, which is something that you normally do. As you're walking down the street, you bending a couple blocks, you notice that the sky begins to turn gray. And as you are walking, you're thinking, man, I need to go ahead and get inside somewhere before I start getting rained on. Now, as you are walking towards your home, you notice that there's this huge construction site right in the middle of the street. So you're like, maybe I can get around it. Maybe there's some way to like go through. Maybe they got a path set because this is, obstructing the way for people to go. So I'm sure they got something so I can get to the other side. So you're walking, and as you begin to get closer to this site, all of a sudden, this mechanical pair of stairs opened up and led to the underground. And you were like, oh, so this is the way that they set for people to go through to get to the other side. As you go down the stairs, it's an entire military underground operation that's been there for years, but nobody knew about it. You noticed that as you made your way down into this military facility, that those stairs, they all started to close up. Not only did the stairs close up, but the entire construction site closed up and disappeared, and it went back to a regular street. And that's when you realize that whole setup was for you. So when you go downstairs, you get to this first security desk, and you notice that it's a military man. There are a whole bunch of like military people. There are tanks, there are tunnels, there are offices, there are all kind of things that would mean and suggest that this thing has been here for a long time. So as you are making your way towards the security desk, you notice that the guys are kind of looking at you strange, and you're still thinking, well, this is just the way to get to the other side so I can get home. The first security guard, he points to another security guard escorted by a police officer, and they're both walking your way. You turned around, you looked at them, you said, I'm going with y'all. And they were friendly, but for whatever reason, they were nervous. And so you were like, I don't have nothing to worry about. I didn't do anything wrong. So as you're walking through with all of this security, with all of this military personnel, with all of these officers, you make it to an office where they say they're going to search you. Now, when you get to the office and they begin to search you, you notice that there were these soldiers who were coming down the stairs, and they were all looking at you in awe. They couldn't believe that they were looking at you. And you were all nice and friendly, so you just waved at them, hey. And then here comes some more soldiers, and they're looking at you, and they're in awe, and they start whispering about you. Finally, one soldier comes up to you and was like, we're going to get you out of here soon. We just need to search you. Now, as the soldier was searching you, you noticed that he was He was kind of searching you in awe. Like he was feeling your legs and was like, man, he was feeling your arms and he was just like in awe. And you still trying to figure out, why is everybody looking at me like this? Why is everybody so, impressed with me? Finally, you look over and you see a huge mirror. Now, when you look in the mirror, that's when things took a turn, because you realized in that moment, oh no, I look a little bit different down here than I did when I'm on top of the earth, when I'm in the street. Because when you looked in the mirror, you realized you were much taller than every other person in this facility. You were much bigger, much larger than everybody else. So as the man is searching you, you're realizing like, wow, he's really stretching his arms out extra big to search my arms and to pat down my legs. Like he's really having to wrap his arms around because I'm huge. So you're looking and you see yourself with this green hue, and you notice that like your stature is very, very different. And as you are admiring yourself in this mirror, like, oh my God, I'm not a human. All of the soldiers are looking and they're whispering and they can't believe that they actually finally get to see up close an alien. As he is searching you and as you are looking in the mirror, realizing, oh my God, you're excited because you forgot that you wasn't a human. You have been walking the earth so long as a human that you forgot what you was underneath. So when you went to the underground and you saw yourself in the mirror again, you got really, really excited. And all of a sudden you could remember you had superpowers. One of your superpowers is to sweat on command. So you stood there in the mirror, you puffed out your chest and you begin to sweat and you begin to make it fall and glisten down. And it looked like beautiful, crystal clear water gliding down your skin. And once again, all of the people, all of the soldiers, everybody who was there was looking at you in awe. And they told you, listen, we're going to get you out of here in a second. But you could tell they were really taking their time because they were so geeked up to be in your presence. Now, I'm not saying that you's an alien, but I am saying that you got something extra special about you that you may not have known or you may have known, and now you can really like confirm that thing, okay? I ain't saying you an alien. I ain't saying that, you're from another planet or whatever, but I am saying that you're probably something much more than you thought you were. And I'm telling you, some of us were dropped onto this planet. We're special missions, we're special cases, right? Whatever you want to call yourself. I mean, there's so many different names. Oh, you're a light worker. Oh, you're this, you're that. Okay, whatever you want to call yourself, you know that you were sent here on a special mission. And sometimes, you get glimpses of it. You may look in the mirror and you may be like, man, I know I remember something. You could have a recall in your brain, but you may not be able to pinpoint it exactly. So this dream that I was told to share with you guys is all about letting you know the deeper, let's just say this, it's deeper than skin. Okay, it's deeper than your skin. It's deeper than your flesh. You are a lot more equipped, special, and different than you realize. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be jumping into the revelations that I got. Now, y'all know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you a few of them here, and we're taking it over to Patreon to reveal the rest of them, okay? So what you're going to be doing today is you're going to be picking an alien, okay? Pick the alien you feel most drawn to. And as I always tell y'all, you can, choose the one you feel most drawn to, but listen to all of them because some way, somehow they may resonate with you. Now, before we jump into this, make sure y'all go and stream my brand new single, Sparkling. Okay, it's a celebration of how far you come and making sure that you celebrating yourself along the way and understanding that even though you may feel like you got a long way to go, you are far from where you began. Okay, so stream that right now, Sparkling. All right, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and let us choose the alien, and I'll see y'all in the messages. All right, if you chose number 1, you get a 2-for-1 special with this one, okay? Because you get the fact that you were on the sidewalk. Okay, sidewalk is a very a strong symbol in this dream, but also the sky, okay? Because when you first started walking, it was a normal, regular day, but then all of a sudden the sky became overcast. Those clouds started rolling in and it looked like it was about to be a storm, okay? So for some of you guys, with the sidewalk, it's representing your pathway, okay? It's representing your course, where your feet are taking you, right? A lot of you guys need to know your steps are being ordered and you are moving in the right direction, okay? For some of you guys, there has been a roadmap laid out before you since before you got to Earth. There has been a plan for your life, there has been a purpose, and there was a course, a blueprint laid out. So in this dream, you were walking on your pathway. And this is symbolizing in life, you're remembering your blueprint. You're remembering the pathway that God put inside of you before you got here. You're remembering something that is helping you to move in the right direction. Now watch this. Some of y'all feel like y'all going in the wrong direction. Some of y'all feel like I'm not doing this right. I'm making the wrong moves. I should have turned back there. I should have went over there and did that. And this is what the sky is representing. Right? I came outside at the wrong time because now it's about to be a storm. The clouds have rolled in, right? Some of y'all feel like it's gloomy. It's getting dark. It's about to rain. It's about to be a storm. I'm about to get caught up in something that I don't want to be in. And you're being told, even through the storm, even through the rain, even though those clouds start rolling in, making it seem dark and scary on the scene, even though those things happen, you're still moving. You're still on your course, right? This is the thing. Who controls the weather? God does. So if God is allowing for the clouds to roll in, it's by design. For some of you guys, you're being tested to see if you're going to keep walking even when it looks like it's about to be a storm. You're being tested to see, will you move forward on this course even though there are so many other sidewalks in different directions that you could take? Some of y'all need to hear this very clear right now. You're on the right track. I know it looks a little gloomy. I know it looks a little dark. I know the scene has changed. And I know some unexpected things have come before you. However, you're being advised, keep moving forward. You got this. You can do this. And it was by design for you to walk the course that has been laid out before you. Okay. Despite what it looks like, despite what it feels like, despite what you may have thought it should have been, this is what it is. And you're being told, stay on course. Okay. So that's what I get for number one. Let's go ahead and get to number two. All right. So if you chose number two, you got the construction site. Okay. This, for most of you guys, is going to represent that unexpected curveball, that unexpected, what appears to be roadblock. As you are moving forward on your dream journey, on your mission, you are going to come across things that look like they were put there to stop you. Okay. And for some of you guys, you are approaching this moment, okay, where you're looking at what may seem like, I don't know if it's a pathway for me. It looks like I'm going to have to go another direction. It looks like where I should have kept straight, I'm going to have myself delayed by going around. Okay. But then there's that little glimmer of hope. Well, maybe there's a pathway some way, somehow. Maybe they got it set up by design for people to go through. Okay. So the construction site, as we know in the dream, it looked like a construction site to the average eye. But in reality, it was all prepared for you. Some of you guys need to know that what looks like a roadblock or what looks like it could be trouble for you is actually set up just for you. And I know that concept may seem hard to understand, but sometimes things are put in our path for our benefit. So for those of you who feel like you're approaching a roadblock or you're approaching construction, right? You may feel like it's a roadblock, it's an obstacle, it's something you're going to have to get delayed or it's going to waste your time, but it's not. Now, this is the other part that I got about construction. When they are constructing something or reconstructing something, it is because there was a previous problem, or it was a previous thing that may have broken down, or it was fixed and it was all good, but then it wasn't good. And maybe it became dangerous. Maybe it became a liability. Maybe it would have hurt somebody. So in order to fix what was broken, they had to set the scene. Okay. And so for some of you guys, you may feel like something is a delay or a roadblock or it's trying to stop you. But in actuality, it may be making you pump your brakes a little bit because it's fixing something. God is restoring or reconstructing or constructing something brand new that is going to be beneficial to you in the future. So even though right now it may seem like a delay, once they're done with the construction, what happens? The traffic flows a little bit better. If it was something on a sidewalk, the people can now walk clearly with no obstructions and nobody's going to get hurt. It makes it better in the long run. So some of you guys need to know something is causing a delay, or it may feel like that now, but that's only, and specifically only to make it better for your future. Okay. Now, this is the other thing. The construction site was set for you. It was a trap, right? Or it seemed like a trap. But in actuality, it was a portal. Some of you guys are walking on your dream journey and you don't understand that what's about to happen is like a portal is opening up to lead you to a new place or to lead you to self-discovery. So if you're facing a roadblock right now, if you feel like you're being delayed, if you don't know why or how I'm going to be able to push forward, why should I? It's because the construction site is there to reveal something to you about yourself that you don't know yet. As we continue to walk on our missions, as we're on our dream journeys, there are things that I told you before are activated only at a certain time. And just like with that, there's certain knowledge and information about yourself that is hidden until a certain time, because maybe you're not called to use that gift, that skill, that talent, that superpower yet, right? But once you find out about it, then okay, I have it. And then you have to work on how do I use that superpower. Okay. So if you got the roadblock, if you got construction, if you chose number 2, please know and understand that it is leading you to self-discovery. And it's going to be beneficial in the long run. Okay. So that's what I get for number 2. Let's go ahead and let's get to the last one. All right. If you chose number 3, I'm going to need for you to get ready, because like I touched on it in number 2, but this is really about to go into it to confirm some things. You got the stairs opening up. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here today specifically to prepare you for the fact that God is about to unlock a very unusual door for you. The door is so unusual that it literally leads you downward. Your path, and when I say downward, please don't take that the wrong way. I mean, like, it's just another direction. Your pathway has a secret portal, a secret gateway, something that you knew nothing about. But this is all a part of your journey, right? You're about to have a secret curveball thrown into your life. You didn't expect this, just like you didn't expect the construction site. But what's about to open up for you is going to lead you to a new point of self-discovery. And from that point forward, you will never be the same. Now, the representation of going down, the stairs opening up, and you have to go underground. Some of you guys will find out things about yourself that you cannot say out loud. Okay? Go outside right now and announce to everybody, hey, everybody, I'm an alien. Go ahead. And what you think gonna happen? You'll be in somebody's institution with a straitjacket on, right? Go out there right now and announce whatever it is you think you are. People are going to think you're crazy. And for this next season, whatever is revealed to you, you're being told specifically, shh, can't tell nobody. The people who were outside above ground, they saw a construction site and they saw a human being walking down the street. When you got underground, there was a whole new operation with people who you had never seen or met before, but they knew who you were and they knew what you were. Which means for some of you guys, there is maybe a group of people, let's just say maybe very powerful people, who understand that God is sending certain types of people to the planet, right? And some of those people, when you go underneath, if you look at them very deeply, okay, you will understand and you will uncover maybe they aren't as they appear, right? Some people were born with very powerful supernatural gifts and supernatural abilities, and people are able to see certain things that the average person cannot. You're listening to this video, you're probably one of those people. And the average person is not going to understand that. But those in power do. And they already have things set up to accommodate those people, or, you know, whatever they're going to do is what they're going to do. Don't be afraid. You're absolutely protected. But some of you guys have people in high positions who are looking at you in awe because you may not understand what you are, but they understand what you are. Some people can see things in you and know things about you and have a better understanding about some of your abilities and the things you do better than you. But now you're walking into a time where you're about to find out. You're about to learn. So, okay, this whole time that I thought I was different, I actually was different. So what I felt, that was real. Yeah. And not only was it real, but the explanation is even more real. It's realer. Okay. And so the whole thing of going down is some of you guys are about to go very deep, because in order to find these things, like, God has hid something very, very deep inside of you. And so this is going to require you to separate yourself. There's also a huge separation phase from what we see up top to what lurks right beneath the surface. And for some of you guys, it's like God hid you in plain sight. But little did people know what lurked right beneath your surface. They may have saw what you are up top, but they had no idea how deep things really go with you. And you probably didn't even know how deep. But because you are listening to this video right now, you have now unlocked that portal in your mind, and God can begin to pour in the information. And some of you guys are about to get that spiritual mirror to not only see, you know, what you are, but you're about to see how some of your abilities work. Okay, so congratulations, you're about to go deep, deep, deep into self-discovery. But understand that some very powerful people already know who and what you are and what you're capable of. Keep that in mind as you are moving forward. All right, let's go ahead and let's wrap this up. There is way more to you than the average eye can see. But before the average eye can get a chance to know what you really are, you have to understand what you really are. So in this next season, it might require you to step off the scene a little bit so that you can begin to go deep into the depths of who you really are, so that you can maybe take over, or maybe, you know, whatever your plans was, whatever it was that God deposited inside of you that you're going to need for this next season, you about to find out what it is and you about to go flex. Okay. So that's what I get here, but we're about to go a little bit deeper over on Patreon because I got some more revelations. Remember, you saw yourself in that mirror. You had that green hue. All of these different people knew who you were, but you didn't even know who or what you were. All of that is significant. So I'm going to be breaking that down over on Patreon. But in the meantime, make sure y'all keep y'all head up, keep moving forward, stay on your course. Some of y'all need to know you are gooder than good. Is gooder a word? It is today. You are gooder than good with your pathway. And despite what it may seem like, you're moving in the right direction, and there's about to be a curveball just for you. God has set this scene just for you. And once you get to where God wants you to be, you're going to notice a whole bunch of stuff just closing up, just like in the dream. That scene, all of a sudden, it was a regular street again. The stairs that descended down, it just turned and it went away, and nobody else could see it but you. The scene was set to capture you, but not to put you in prison. To teach you about who and what you really are. And once you know these abilities, I can foresee that the ground will open back up and you will go back up top. You will have to continue playing your human role, but you got them supernatural, alien-like abilities, okay? So that's what I give you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you follow me on all my social medias. Hit the like button if you heard something that you like. And if this is where it ends, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you as one of my subscribers, okay? So that's what I give for you guys. I'll see y'all in the next video.